Good day, everyone. Welcome to another informative and entertaining video lesson brought to you by Hey Media or No Media. For this video, we are going to talk about evaluating media. So if you want to know more about this topic, stay focused and connected all throughout the video.
After this video lesson, learners are expected to first, evaluate the principles in evaluating online content.
Second, assess the credibility of online content based on dimension of critical evaluation.
And lastly, apply media and information literacy principles in evaluating evaluation form. Now, let's get into the video.
Legit ba to? Or is this true? This must be the first question to ask in evaluating media content. In the millions of fresh news and information found on the internet every day, not all can be considered legit. And with the advancements in technology, fake information can look very authentic in the eyes of unwary netizens. So how can we determine the authenticity of an online content? The Sheridan Libraries of Johns Hopkins University post some items to consider that can help determine whether the content we see online is legit or not. First, we need to know the location of the source. Where does the content come from? We need to check whether the source is reliable enough and be mindful if the content just comes from a blog publishing service, from a free and open source, or from any site you can easily guarantee. Oftentimes, we can find reliable sources from established online news sites, Google Scholar, Google News, Merriam-Webster Online, and many more. Second, check the network. Who are the followers of this site? There are thousands of unreliable pages online that tries to copy other legitimate and established pages, just like fan-made pages of famous artists that tries to make the public believe that they are a real account. But these fake accounts can be easily dismissed if we check the followers of that account. Fake pages and accounts tend to have few followers. Third, analyze the content. Can the information be confirmed from other sources? While you must be careful with content coming from unreliable sources, you can still trust them as long as you verify them from other more credible sources. If the content is constant in many sources, then it is factual. Fourth, take note of the contextual updates. Is the content updated or is it lost in time? As connectivity progresses, the timeliness of content also shortens. In research, content published more than 5 years ago may not be relevant for current use. However, historical accounts in literary and artistic archives may still be factual. Fifth, age. We should consider the age of the account in question. Always be wary of recently created accounts. Sometimes, when an issue surfaces, new social media accounts surface as well. Most likely, these are created by other netizens who wish to support or bash the issue. Lastly, assess its reliability. Is the source of information reliable? So what are the factors that determine the reliability of a source? You have to check if it is an official site for a network, which is a .net in its URL, .org for nonprofit organization, .mil for military, and so on. Be wary of commercial sites, which is a .com. Assess also if the site poses bias. Also consider the author of the content and doubt anonymously authored content. Even the site's interface or look matters. Also, check if the site contains links to other undesirable sites. If it does, then it is unreliable.
What is critical evaluation? Do you know its dimensions? Cora stressed the need for adolescents to be critical in viewing online information, having noticed that more students are concerned with content relevance than content credibility. This is alarming because, by doing so, students become agents in spreading fake news, a concept which media scholars have categorized into two: misinformation or false information, which is unintentionally disseminated on online platforms, and disinformation, or information intended to convince online users to favor a group or individual's political perspective. If fake news goes viral, it becomes relevant information, which, when left unguarded, becomes false truths. Here are the 4 dimensions of critical evaluation, namely relevance, accuracy, bias or perspective, and reliability. Relevance is the information's level of importance to a particular purpose or explicitly stated need for that information. Accuracy is the extent to which information contains factual and updated details that can be verified by consulting alternative and/or primary sources. Bias or perspective is the position or slant toward which an author shapes information. Reliability is the information's level of trustworthiness based on information about the author and the publishing body.
I'm going to teach you about the 4-step move called SIFT or SIFT, short for Stop, Investigate the Source, Find Trusted Coverage, and Trace Claims, quotes, and media back to the original context. So step 1. Stop. The first move is the word itself. Stop. Remember these 2 things when using media. First, when you first hit a page or post and start to read it, stop. Ask yourself whether you know the website or source of the information, and what the reputation about the claim and the website is. Don't read it or share media until you know what it is. For short, know if it is reliable before checking the context. After you begin to use the other moves, it can be easy to go down a rabbit hole. If you feel yourself getting overwhelmed in your fact-checking efforts, stop and take a second to remember your purpose. If you just want to repost, read an interesting story, or get the high-level explanation of the concept, it's probably good enough to find out whether the publication is reputable. If you are doing deep research on your own, you may want to chase down individual claims in a newspaper article and independently verify them. This is a nice way of checking the reliability of the context that you are currently reading. Verify is a must. For second step, investigate the source. The idea here is that you want to know what you're reading before you read it. Means that you should at least know a brief context of what you are currently reading. Taking 60 seconds to figure out where the media is from before reading help you better understand its significance and trustworthiness. Remember, not all are credible and trustworthy, so it would be better to investigate the source. Third step, find trusted coverage. Sometimes, you don't care about the particular article or video that reaches you. You care about the claim the article is made. You want to know if it is true or false. You want to know if it represents a consensus viewpoint, or if it is the subject of much disagreement. Well, in this case, your best strategy may be to ignore the source that reached you and look for trusted reporting or analysis on the claim. We encourage you to find other coverage that better suits your needs, more trusted, more in-depth, or maybe just more varied.
Fourth step, trace claims, quotes, and media back to the original context. Much of what you find on the internet has been stripped of context. Maybe there's a video fight between 2 people with person A being the aggressor. But what happened before that? Maybe there's a picture that seems real, but the caption could be misleading. In that case, we'll have to trace the claim, quotes, or media back to the source, so we can see it in its original context and get a sense if the version we saw was accurately presented. In this way, we can be sure that the information we get is a credible and reliable source of information. In taking these steps, you must consider recontextualizing. There is a theme that runs through all of these moves, and it's about reconstructing the necessary context to read, to view, or listen to digital content effectively. One piece of context is we need to know the speaker, or publisher and knowing what's their expertise and their agenda. What's the record of fairness or accuracy? So we investigate. Finally, when evidence is presented with certain in the form of quotes, a video, or scientific research, or findings, sometimes it helps to reconstruct the original context in which the photo was taken or research claim was made. It can look quite different in context.
We hope that you learned something from us today.
For more educational video like this one,
Like and subscribe to our channel.
And hit the notification bell so you are notified for our upcoming videos.
See you on the next video. Bye!